Ndị be anyị ndewonu. Ọ bụ Ada Igbo na-ekwu na Igbo Media. N'Igbo Media, anyị na-ewetara unu ọtụtụ ozi gbasara ihe na-emegasị na Biafra Land, n'ala Igbo na mba ndị ọzọ. N'ụbọchị nke taata, o nwere ihe bịara n'iru akwụkwọ anyị nke anyị ga-agụpụtara unu n'ụbọchị taa. Anyị gụpụtachaa ya, unu egee ya ka ọha n'uju. Ị ga-esie ya, ị drọpụọla your comment, like kwa this our video and gbasakwa ya ka o ruo ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche arụ. Ozi anyị wetara unu tata si n'aka otu nwanne anyị nwoke, a Biafra activist, dịka o si dozie ya n'iru akwụkwọ. Ọ sịrị, killings in Igbo land exposed as UN EU Amnesty International release report. Ya bụ ozi ka anyị ji bịa tata na Igbo Media. Ị ga-esi ya bụ ozi, gba mbọ gwa anyị chere ma mekwa ka ozi alụtụ ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche aka. Ngwa gere ya ka ọha n'uju.
To study their report, not in this article, because this article is just a summary of the report, okay? But I took time to study the report they released, and I will tell you that what Amnesty International release is not far from the truth. And if you can stay with me to the end of this video, I'm going to break it down to your own understanding about what they have reported. Now, let us start. The article begins by saying that armed groups referred to as unknown gunmen in the Nigerian southeast are in reality known members of the every communities they terrorize. Amnesty International have said in a damning new report that accused both state and non-state actors of widespread killings and human rights abuses in the region. Now, let me start from this. Internet never forgets, okay? Internet never forgets. So you can verify everything I'm saying. If I have not done videos about the Southeast insecurity, I have done up to 9 to 12 videos about it. And in my report, I always said two major things. Number one, I said that I am not ignorant of politicians who are sponsoring people, who are sponsoring armed men. And I used to give an example that though people don't like Hope Uzodinma, he is responsible for so many things happening in Imo State. But this man has always come out to say the truth consistently, that the politicians are the ones sponsoring the killing in Imo State. Rocha Sokorocha, who was also a governor in Imo State, made the same statement. We have seen political rascality and how people use gunmen, they buy them gun and they use them to do, political, job men. They call them, all these thugs, but I don't call them thugs. They are political job men who are doing dirty jobs for the politicians. That is one aspect. And I am not ignorant of the invasion of other non-state actors, to say. People who are non-state actors are also invading the southeast. And in this report, you will understand everything. They mention Ebuka, they mention Nigerian soldiers, policemen, people who are killing in the southeast. So they also mention IPOB, but I'm going to explain, in the details of this report. And believe me, you are going to understand it, because a lot of people sent me this article or the report from the Amnesty. They are asking me, what do you think about this report? Now, let me continue with the article. The 128-page report, A Decade of Impunity, Attacks and Unlawful Killings in the Southeast Nigeria, released in July 2025, documents a catalogue of atrocities committed between January 2021 and December 2024 by the Nigerian military, police, the state-backed Ebuka militia, as well as non-state actors, including the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, East Militia Arm, the Eastern Security Network (ESN), court gangs, and vigilante groups. All right, let's continue with the article. Stay with me. Over 1,800 people has been killed in 2 years. They are reporting only in the southeast. So follow me. According to Amnesty, at least 1,844 people were killed in the southeast between January 2021 and June 2023, with the death toll still rising. Victims include security personnel, traditional rulers, political figures, farmers, students, and communities caught in the violence. The killing, the organization said, stemmed from a hybrid of criminal and political violence manipulated by different actors to serve their own interest. Now, at the time, we knew, and I report it, internet never forgets, go and Google it, go to my channel and see videos, okay? I said there was a politician, and I did not mention his name, but this was last year report when I was telling you people that this politician, that when he got information how he bought 3 healers, one of the healers they paint it with even Biafra color, to just depict that even though these people commit crime, at the end they will blame it on IPOB. So a lot of people are committing crime. Indeed, despite we have invasions, people who are coming into Igbo land, but it's not only Igbo land. It's both in Delta State, Edo, Enugu, all these areas, Benue. Nigeria is on that stage, we know that, okay? But this report from Amnesty International is indicting the Southeast politician, massively indicting the Nigerian army, indicting, what is it called, the police, the Bubago that the Eastern governors set up, and also indicting the IPOB and their armed group, Eastern Security Network. And that is why I said, you have to stay with me in this video. I will have explained everything in details. Now, the article continues that we know the gunmen. They are not unknown gunmen. They are people from our communities, said a Southeast community member quoted in the report. The residents of Fagwa who fled his area to Amnesty International. The most challenging aspect is that people are afraid to talk. You do not know whom you are talking to. Whether the person is an informant to the gunmen, when you talk, your name will be given to the gunmen. The attackers are not unknown gunmen. Now, let me explain a little bit before I still move on. When Amnesty International said the attackers are not unknown gunmen, I agree with them. Because let me give you an example of Asari Dokubo. Asari Dokubo used to say in his broadcast, you can check the videos on the line, internet never forget, okay? He said that his men are in the Southeast fighting. Who employed him? We don't know. Who are they fighting? We know. We know whom they are fighting. They are fighting the people. Whom are they killing? We know. They said they killed so many people and so on and so forth. So with all these things, right from time, we know that these people are not unknown government. These people are known government. They are the people that you can pinpoint and say, this one is from this governor, this one is from this governor. And on the IPOB aspect of it, I want to break the ice back. I want to let you know that so many people are profiting from the detention of nnamdi Kanu. Do you know that anybody can just wake up today and said, I am IPOB member? They will gather, group, and they can start terrorizing in the name of IPOB? No, that is not the real IPOB. Okay? You see, ESN is a vigilante group. It was and it is still a vigilante group. We must be able to differentiate criminals from the name IPOB, because despite me, I'm not an IPOB member, as an association, okay, because IPOB is an association. As an association, I am not an IPOB member, okay. I'm a kind of person that believes in what I believe in. Now, these people they call IPOB, I will tell you that it is just a normal criminal people who are parading themselves as IPOB. Now, this is my justification to what I'm saying. I am aware how IPOB started, how they were protesting, blowing whistle, doing all sort of things. You can never see a gun from their hand. When they started raping, old women in Igbo land, they started killing they killed one particular young girl who went to Phantom or Pro Cassava. That was when Nnamdi Kanu said, no, never. We have to set up a vigilante group that will be in the bush to defend our mothers. That is what every genuine person will do. Until tomorrow, we are still doing it in all our community. Vigilante group is being set up every day, including even the SS will tell you go and defend yourself. That was what Nnamdi Kanu did. You understand? It was Southeastern politicians who went and started recruiting their own gang. They started recruiting their own gang. And the people they gave gun without giving the person the source of livelihood, what do you want him to do with the gun? Definitely, they are going to start terrorizing with the gun, especially when the government comes down. But the way Nnamdi Kanu set up that vigilante group, ESN, that time, they made it, in a way that people from around the world can even contribute and make sure they pay their salaries to make sure they defend people from the bushes. Vigilante is a mega thing that every community has the right to set up to defend themselves. Anyway, that is apart. So Amnesty International is not far from the truth, because people are using the name of IPOB to commit crimes. So that is my own justification to what they said. Now, he said they erroneously call unknown gunmen are people you do not know, but they are known. They are community boys who escaped during Owerri jailbreak. of 5th of April 2021, they broke out, mobilized their colleagues, and brought them into our community. Presently, over 90% of people living in Agwa, especially men, have fled the clan. The Agwa clan has been deserted. Now, I did a live broadcast about the prison break in Owerri. I said, see, you see, the future will always vindicate people who say the truth, because everything we say, it will only take time for it to come to pass. That prison break, I said, there are CCTV cameras in Government House, Douglas Road, Owerri. They are, that place is not a place where there will be prison break that is not coordinated by the government. Yes, it was coordinated by the government. Those people in that prison, there is something wrong. They want to release somebody. And after the prison break, Amnesty International is telling you that those people who came out from that prison recruited their boys, and they are the part of the major people who are terrorizing. All right, let's continue with the article. The gunmen are not armed robbers, but now they have started going to people's houses and harassing them. They oversee the communities now. They go to people's houses and collect anything that pleases them. They have overpowered the Agwa police station. The police have fled the community. All the police officers have run away. Amnesty warns that the Nigerian authorities have oversimplified the situation by attributing nearly all attacks in the region to IPOB and ESN, thereby ignoring the involvement of the other armed group called Network and state-backed militias. Yes, give kudos to Amnesty International's report. You see, the truth I know, if I see someone who is simplifying the truth, I praise the person. You understand? Every now and then, if anything happened, IPOB. Everything happened, IPOB. So they are simplifying what was going on. So in this situation now, you know what happened? In this situation, they now make other people who are really terrorizing to continue to terrorize. Now the article continues. It says Amnesty International's research shows that community has tried on several occasions to dialogue with the gunmen, and that the gunmen operating in Agwa are known to residents. A local resident who has since fled the clan confirmed to Amnesty International that the gunmen are known individuals from Agwa. It is not the community. It is not that the community, does not know these groups of people. They are not unknown men. They are known gunmen because when the police came on the 15th of August 2022, they went to some of the family houses of the gunmen and burned the houses, he said. A resident of Izombe who had fled from the town told Amnesty International in Owerri, "We know the gunmen. They are people from our communities. Some are from Izombe, Agwa and Ondo. They seized the opportunity afforded by the conflict to rob and kill innocent people." Similarly, a resident of Agwa confirmed in Owerri that the gunmen operating in the community are not unknown gunmen, but known members of the community. In the Agwa clan, we know the gunmen, okay? They are not unknown gunmen. They are known. They are not masked. They do not hide their faces. Maybe show me your face. Ungoverned spaces and targeted attacks. So the report highlighted several communities, including Agwa and Izombe in Imo State, that have effectively become ungoverned spaces under militant control, and group in this area have displaced residents, sacked traditional rulers, and imposed their own rule, while state security forces struggle to operate there. This is, it's damning report. Across the region, traditional rulers, politicians, and election officials have been targeted in high-profile killing and abduction. In one instance, gunmen enforcing the IPOB sit-at-home order burned 4 communities alive in Imo State in August 2021. There is no security force presence in Agwa. A resident of Agwa who fled the clan confirmed the present security situation to the Amnesty International in Owerri. Now, before I continue, let me also reaffirm what I'm saying before, okay? Most of these things you are seeing going on, doing all these things, I can remember at a time when they said they have sit at home. Armed robbers who has nothing to do with either IPOB or anything Biafra agitation or struggle. they now started telling people to sit at home. Why? Because they were going to a mechanic shop to steal vehicle. These people who were pretending to be forcing the sit at home, they have nothing to do with IPOB. And now they are now going to steal. You see, one of the reasons why the release of nnamdi Kanu is very, very important. The release of nnamdi Kanu is very, very important. Now let me continue. See, presently, people cannot freely enter Agua. Most men have fled the town, although some women and children are still in the town but are living in fear. The local vigilante established by the community have been chased away from the community by the government. Some of the houses have been burned. The government are totally in charge of the community presently. Sometimes you will see them wearing military uniform and parading the town freely. This is terrible. Most of the gunmen are from Agua and its neighboring communities of Eje, Kuru, and Izombe. The faces of the attackers are seen. So these are the repeated, but it's a very, very, voluminous report from Amnesty International. But this is just the summary of the report. This is the summary of the report that, yes, the police, the military...
Ngwano, dalo nini no umunnem likun sinesera ni bo media. Gini kunu wali ikwu na nkawa nke unu. Gbasta maka ihe nọ n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa. Gwa ya ife iche n'ụdị nke gị. Deela ya n'akara kọmentị ka mara ihe i chere. Ma chetakwa tụsa ya bụ ozi ka o were ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ ntị. Ndewo na ụmụnne m ka emesịa nụ.